Alright guys, welcome back. What we're doing here, it's gotten cold out. You can see jacket. We're going to change the plugs on this. I'm not sure what order these videos are going to go up, but we've had some tail light issues. Now we're going to change the plugs. What we're working on today is a 97 GMC Suburban, similar to the Chevy Suburban, the Chevy Silverado, Chevy Tahoe, GMC Yukon. All of those are going to be very similar, difference being the size a little bit. This one's got 91,000 miles, so we're getting there, and I believe it's on original plugs, original wires. We're going to start with plugs, see how that does. You guys probably remember this. Replaced the wiper motor, we fixed the back, we fixed the door, we did fix the tail light. Now the other one's going out, and we're getting new tail lights, but that'll be another video. So everything else looks pretty decent here. Belts look good. Everything looks really good, but I figured we're going to go ahead and do it while it's a little bit warmer outside. Go ahead and take these plugs and change them out. So first thing I'm going to do, pull this plug. Here's one. All right, what we got here is a spark plug tool. You see the little plastic down in there that helps hold the plug so it doesn't fall out. It's a 5/8 inch. We do have a little extension. All right, that time we got it. Should be able to take that out and just spin this. It's a little rusty down there. This is a 20-year-old vehicle, so what do you expect? Overall, it's pretty decent up here. Underneath, it's got some other issues, but slowly but surely we'll get this to the point where it's a little more reliable. So let's go ahead, check the gap. I believe it called for a .06 gap, which that one's probably 0.55. There's the original AC Delco plug. I'm not sure how I feel about this plug, but you can see a pretty decent difference. That one's pretty tired. It's got some burn residue on there. Nothing too crazy though. We're gonna go ahead and throw this one in. What you want to do is you get a gapper. You can buy these anywhere. This one's an O'Reilly. You got 0.202 to 0.08. I'm thinking I'm going to run mine right. That one's a little over 0.55. It's 0.57. So if they're all about the same, we should be okay. So what you want to do is you take this, set it down in. You can feel you're going to have to push it a little bit. It's got to be pushed, but look, now it's not falling out. If it didn't have that piece of rubber in there, it would probably fall right out. Take your other one finger here, put it in the engine block like that. Be very careful how you get these going. You want to, if it feels like it's really struggling, back it out. Worst thing you can do is cross thread some of this by trying to show how tough you are and crank that in there. It should thread in as easy as it came out, and this one came out pretty easy. Take your wrench, fix it to the right way. Get it to line up there. Crank it down. So now we got that one on. I like to do one plug at a time, so that way I don't mess up the wires. You mess up the wires, you're going to have a lot of issues. When I push that on, I felt it click. You should feel it click as well. Let's get our other finger down here. I really don't have a spark plug tool here to pop that off. It's on there good. So there's that one. Such a pain in the ass. When we put new ones on, we're going to put good ones that poke out. Anyways, if you can go to a dealership. Of course. Fuck me. You can go to a dealership. This probably wouldn't be a terribly expensive job. If you do it yourself, you're going to be a lot cheaper. Plus, they always try and find things to upsell you on, which is lovely. And that one was a little tighter. You got your steering shaft in the way. These were original plugs. I tried to put some AC Delcos in, but they didn't have any, so we're going to run these. If it runs like crap, we'll buy some AC Delcos, I guess. I like to run factory spec stuff. So we pull that one out. It's pretty worn out. They've been in there a while, even a little bit of rust on the outside. I always like to check the gap. That one's 0.052, nothing too crazy. It is warm. guess I should show you guys what we're running. We're running an Autolite. It's a double platinum plug. It should be okay. It wasn't the top of the line. It definitely wasn't the lowest. I think these are around $550 a plug, something like that. This time I'm not going to push it in as far, so it'll be a little quicker to come out. What I want to do is, you always want to gap every plug. You don't trust anyone else's work unless you really trust the person, and I don't know who did these. So again, right about 5057. So again, what I like to do, this one's not as bad because I can see. So I'm going to get it in there, line it up as straight as I can. Look at that, it's just going right in. If you start to get where you have to really crank, that's not good. I mean, something's off. I'm not sure how we're going to get those back plugs out. That ought to be a real treat. They're in the same spot right there and back there. So the other side should be a pain too, just because of the cold air intake. So one of the things these vehicles really help wake them up is a cold air intake and an exhaust. And this has both. This has a MagnaFlow exhaust. And then the K&N cold air intake. I don't know if I would go K&N anymore. I like the Volants. There's a lot of them out there I really like. So let's get this guy to go. Got it. There we go. We're not going for anything too crazy. Get my wrench off of there. Let's see if we can wiggle this one free a little easier than the last one. A lot easier than the last one. So again, when you get this, take it. You want to hear it. Hope you guys heard it snap. Seems like in this neighborhood someone's always mowing. So now what we're going to do, back two, come along to this side. Usually I start at the back, but I wanted you guys to be able to see it a little easier while there was still some light out, because I like to do the hardest ones first, so that way after I'm done cursing and stuff, I have the easier plug. And then we'll repeat on this side. I will let you guys know if it gets any better mileage and stuff. It's definitely not going to hurt as long as it's gapped properly. Got those first two done. What I want to show you is that this right here is a V8. Anytime you have a V8 or an inline 4 or a V6 inline 6, the number is going to simplify at least how many plugs you have to have. I know there's some vehicles out there like the Hemi. I think they run two plugs per cylinder. So I mean, when you start to add these up, let's just do basic math here. $5 a plug for this engine would be $40 plus tax. You have a Hemi, you got 2 per cylinder to help it burn. It's supposed to be a little more efficient. It does cost you a little bit more. You're looking $80. So I mean, these aren't cheap, and this isn't the most expensive plug, and it's not the cheapest. They had plugs that were about $8 a pop. That really adds up fast. So what we've got here, you'll want to find these wires are coming here. We did this one, we did that one. These ones back here are going to be a little tougher. You can see the wires right here. They're usually by the manifolds here, or if there's headers, they're in between the headers. They're right back here. We've got this guy right here. Pop that one off. Hopefully you guys can see. Plugs right there. The back one, pop that one off. Plugs right there. You should be able to see. And then the cool thing about this is everything's going to mirror it on that side. So you will need 8 plugs to do this. Some basic tools and a little bit of patience. You can see I'm already cutting up my hands. I got cuts there, and this is really dirty. If you're afraid of getting dirty or don't want to get your hands cut, take it somewhere. So hold this plug out of the third one over there, third one down. The hardest one to get to is probably going to be the fourth back at the back, because it's clear at the back. Pull this out. You can see a big difference in the two. So gap this. This one's at about 0.57, which they've all been. I want to gap the new one just to see. Like I said before, you don't want to trust. It's about the exact same. So let's get this guy in. Now that hopefully you can maybe see where I'm headed. These wires here each go to one. I like to do one at a time. This is where it gets really tough, is because you got to figure out how to get it in there. It's not the easiest thing to work on, honestly. So you should be able to spin that. I'm spinning it by hand. What's going to happen is I'm going to spin this by hand. It's going to get tight. I'll grab my... Okay, that's about tight. Grab this. One thing you want to do when you get down there is flick this. Make sure it's going the right way. You should be able to, as you face it, clicking to the left, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So if I was trying to undo that, click this back this way. To the right's clicking, so that means I'm undoing. So we want to go righty-tighty. So now I'll take this down, try and get that to go right in there. Give it a good tighten, pull that off. The problem with having the rubber thing is it's nice because you don't drop it. It takes a little more effort to get it out. Take that out, set it up here, grab this. Let's see if you guys can hear it click. Somebody down there keeps running their tools. So there we go, click nice and tight. So should be good. Got one more to do on this side, and then when we're done, we'll come over here. If I ever get this thing unhooked. And it's the exact same layout over here. Biggest difference is this box, which isn't secured down, and it'll probably come off super easy because everything on this Suburban's built really well. It's lovely. I bet we could undo this clamp right there and lift the whole thing off, which we might, and do the 4 over here, and we should be good to go at that point. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. We'll let you know how it runs when it's done. Just got the plugs done in the Suburban. Took it for a ride. It actually feels a lot more peppy. I think we'll see better economy. I also think we'll see more power, which you could feel, and I think we'll probably see just an all-around better performing engine. 91,500 miles on it, and we finally did the plugs, which is good. Thanks again for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy working on this. It seems like you guys do enjoy what we're doing on this. It's not like a thing you're going to watch for fun. You're probably going to be watching this because you need to get stuff done on it. So stay tuned. We definitely got more coming with this thing. It seems like the more we drive it, the more it breaks. So we're going to clean the air filter one of these days, put on tail lights. We may have already posted that video. Fix tail light issues. We've got the door handle fix. We got wiper issue fix, stuck back door fix. There's a lot of things that break on these, but it is 20 years old. So stay with us. If you like what you're seeing, hit subscribe. We are going to get back into the mini bikes in a little bit. We've just been really busy, haven't posted anything for a little while, so hopefully you guys like the Suburban stuff. That'll tide you over till we shoot out some bikes. So thanks for watching.